Welcome to the G-Spot, partake in stimulating discussions that may lead to an arousal of opinion. I am your host, Majesty, and I hope you survive Thanksgiving because the holiday be bringing out the absolute most in people. By show of hands, whose family members was all up in their business yesterday? I got to keep my hand down because my mom canceled Thanksgiving yesterday. Anyways, I'm still dealing with that. But I know some of y'all got interrogated like you was filing taxes at the dinner table. Right when you walk in the house, you can't even take off your shoes and you got auntie all in your face like, so what you been up to? Dang. Ma'am, I'm literally holding a pot of greens that Uncle John asked me to bring in. Can I have a minute? Why are you asking for my 5-year plan right in front of the sweet potatoes? Like, what is it about turkey, yams, and a crowded living room that make family feel entitled to be all up in your business? At one point, I almost told auntie, the only tea I got for you is this body, because get into it. Body tea. So today, we're going to unpack what yesterday brought up. The judgment, the nosy questions, and the unsolicited advice. But we're here to laugh about it, because as my mama used to say, what don't make you laugh might make you cry. And what don't make you laugh might make you fight. And please, cuz not next to the cranberry sauce. Take that over there. Thanksgiving was almost 24 hours ago. Let's talk about it. Why do people get so bold during the holidays? You ever notice that question, so what you been up to? It hits different during Thanksgiving. It's not curiosity, it's a setup. It's a trapdoor disguised as small talk. Because what they really be asking is, did you fail yet? Are you still struggling? And can I compare my life to yours real quick? And the older the auntie, the sharper the tone. Meanwhile, it's that same auntie that's been working on that first book since Obama's first term. Like, girl. Or is that one relative that got all this chaos going on in their life, but want to ask you about marriage, kids, and your career, but they still owe somebody $40 up in here? Yeah, $40? Just because we gather around the table does not mean we're close. They mistake family proximity for permission. Some of them, though, they couldn't even ask you for $5 during the rest of the year. But when November hit, suddenly they're your accountability coach. Y'all know how they be. They hit you with the, so you still doing your little podcast? You still got that little business? I swear it's the food. I swear it's the food. The moment they get that plate in their hand, the spirit of boldness just take over them. It's something about having a plate with hot mac and cheese on it that make people feel entitled. They feel important. The turkey be having them talking like they on a panel or something. But here's the aha moment. They deflect from their failures by focusing on yours. I'm convinced they try and get all up in your business and drain you before you have a chance to ask them about their drama. Little do they know, a lot of times we don't even be giving a damn. We don't care about your drama. Plus, we already heard about it from grandma. They don't want the spotlight on their life, so they turn into holiday investigators. I'm talking all in your business, like, when you getting married? You still working at that job? You ain't graduated yet? When you gonna get that baby a sibling? Baby, you're 52 and haven't accomplished anything you're talking to me about. But you know you can't tell auntie that. You cannot tell auntie that. Some people like to point at your scars to keep everybody from noticing their wounds. So they treat Thanksgiving like a job evaluation, sitting around judging everybody's life choices when their own life has been on pending approval since 1998. Or don't let you be taking a break or in your healing phase. Oh God. They swear that taking a break is laziness because they never slowed down in their own lives long enough to actually meet themselves. But let me tell you what I've learned. You do not have to answer every question. You don't owe a performance update. You can look at them people right in their face and say, life's good. How about you? And then sip your wine and let the silence marinate. See how quiet it get. I'm trying to tell you, boundaries look real good when you add a little seasoning on it. But let's be real for a second, because the holidays don't just bring bold family members. It brings the comparison Olympics too. Everybody comparing now. But as we know, that nice little saying, comparison is the theft of joy. But that's exactly what they do almost every holiday. Probably not everybody, maybe not your family, but I'm talking to somebody right now. Because Thanksgiving will have some people sitting at the table questioning their whole life. You start feeling behind emotionally, financially, career-wise, spiritually. All because you sat down to that cousin that just got a new car, got a baby on the way, and she got that job still, even though she don't like it, but she still brag about it. And don't let your other cousin show up with matching outfits with her man. You know, the one that participate in all the family functions, take the pictures, all the things. Now you in the bathroom having a whole life crisis. Just broke down. Girl, get up. Stand up. But the gag is, most of the adults are not holding it together as you think. Like, have y'all seen this economy? Everybody's struggling. If they not, they 2 tiptoes away from it. And if they not, they rich. They rich. They got it together. Everybody look established on Thanksgiving. It's the day that everybody perform. It's like the Super Bowl of performing, of pretending. That cousin that got the perfect life, she cried on her way here. That uncle that keep telling you to get your life together, he ain't got his life together. But listen, that's game. That might be why he telling you to get it together. He say, don't be like me. Or that sibling that keep talking about they winning right now is up. Yeah, they overdrafted a couple of times. That's why they up. They didn't tell you that. That's why they up right now. But let me free you real quick. Nobody has this thing called adulting all together. We don't have it all put together. A lot of us are winging it. The thing is, some of us are able to dress up our wings better than others. And those timelines we stress over, be married by 30, house by 35, kids by 40, it's not even real. They're recycled expectations passed down from people who didn't even have options therapy or Google. You're not behind. You're just not trying to rush your life to impress people who are not even present in their own lives. So breathe. You're not late. You're not lacking. You're living. And that is enough. Now listen, yesterday tested some of y'all patience. I know it did. Because it's always that one family member that think that your life is a group project and they're the team leader. And honestly, some of their hearts be in the right spot. Everybody don't deserve to be told off. Some of them are genuinely interested in seeing you win. And they just want to update about one of their faves. But for the ones that are doing too much, not every question deserves an answer and not every auntie deserves details. I personally like to redirect people like I'm a politician. You know, pull a Kamala on them. So when they be like, you still ain't graduate? You got to be like, oh my God, that's a great question. How's your blood pressure? Yeah, now you see, now they don't want to talk about that. You got to hit them with that concern, that humble them. You know, they don't know what to say. They don't know if it's shade or concern. And while they figuring it out, you get the skedaddle. Yeah, so they ask about your marriage. You ask about their high cholesterol. It's balance. You can also play dumb. Sometimes the best response is confusion. Stop sign? What stop sign? Right when they say, girl, so what you got going on? You got to be like, I don't even know what I'm eating tomorrow. And now they got to mind their business and help you fix the go plates. I love using humor as a shield. Like, I'm just trying to keep gas in my car, Brenda. Let's start there. See, when your bills are paid and you have nothing to prove, you're not worried about the expectations of others. But if all else fails, you can always just hit them with the silence. The silent stare do it every time. Just look at them. No blinking, no nodding. Just stare into their souls until they feel uncomfortable. You are not obligated to report your progress to those who are not even progressing. Choose peace, choose humor, choose silence. But whatever you do, choose you every single time. Before we wrap this up, I want to acknowledge something real quick. Because underneath all those nosy questions, sideways comments, and unsolicited advice, there's something deeper happening. A lot of people are overwhelmed and exhausted. Your auntie that's asking about your marriage? Yeah, she tired of hers. Your cousin that is grilling you about your job is because he hate his. People tend to project the hardest when they're running from their own reflections. The holidays seem to amplify shame and comparison. Everybody's pretending. Everybody's performing. Everybody trying to look more put together than what they are. And family gatherings start to turn into emotional magnifying glasses. Everything seems bigger, louder, and heavier. But I want to reiterate that not everyone is doing this on purpose. Some people genuinely don't realize that their questions hurt. Some people were raised in households where privacy didn't exist. They grew up in environments where checking in meant checking through you. They don't mean harm. They just never learned boundaries. It's ignorance dressed up real pretty in tradition. So your worth is not defined by your progress. You are not a resume. You're not a checklist and you're not a timeline. Your value isn't measured by what you've accomplished. It's reflected by who you are becoming. You're growing at your pace. And there's nothing wrong with that. So no, your journey is not late and your life is not off schedule. You are not behind. You are becoming. And sometimes those slow seasons are the ones who shape us the most. So be grateful for them. I'm going to hold your hand when I say this. You don't owe anybody proof that you're evolving. Your life don't need to be impressive to be meaningful. And the only person that need to understand your path is the one that's walking it. So listen, if you walked away from that dinner table feeling judged, pressured, irritated, or just plain exhausted, you're not alone. A lot of people was performing yesterday. A lot of us was pretending we're doing better than what we are. A lot of us was projecting things onto other people. But guess what? Yesterday is over and you survived the interrogation. And you do not owe anybody your life update just because the turkey was free. So handle those questions however you need to. With humor, with boundaries, with silence. Because the only person that knows what you're doing with your life is you. And guess what? It seemed like you're doing just fine to me. So if you made it through Thanksgiving dinner without flipping the table and cursing somebody out, congratulations. And if you did have to tell somebody off, congratulations again. You growing. Because sometimes the most powerful thing you can do during the holidays is protect your peace. So remember, although people get bold during the holidays, that has nothing to do with you and have everything to do with where they are in their life. Like, tell me, what was y'all feeling like this year? Was Thanksgiving dinner everything that you thought it would be? Was you just exhausted? Like, oh my God, when the next time we got to do this? Christmas? What Christmas? Let me know in the comments who potato salad was nasty, who burnt the turkey this year, was them playing spades? Did they win? Did they break the table? I know all things are not bad during Thanksgiving, but this is just one of the topics I wanted to touch on. And hell, y'all in better positions than me because I told y'all my mama canceled Thanksgiving this year. I just don't know. Who gonna be Big Mama? Big Mama them trying to go on cruises. Anyways, I'm done. That's all I have for today. Thank y'all for tuning in to the G Spot. I am your host, G Majesty. Remember to comment, share, and subscribe. Until next time, love, peace, and hair grease.